Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. A lot of you feel it was unexpected that Trump won because there's been a lot of tailwind behind Kamala Harris and the campaign, and a lot of people did think outside the chambers of the American politics then probably Kamala Harris would win, considering the amount of momentum she had building behind her. But somehow Trump has managed to secure his second presidency, and not only that, they seem to have captured the Senate and look on the road to capturing the House as well, at least at the time of recording this video. So what does this mean? And why has this happened? A lot of people are wondering how come this happened, considering what was all told in the media following this election, especially in the last few weeks, where it was completely polarized. The news cycles which were coming out of America, it really didn't look like Trump was going to win at that point of time. So initially he was going to look like he was going to win. And then Kamala Harris campaign started, and then he didn't look like he was going to win, is what they felt. But with all this noise kept aside, we must remember what James Carville famously said: it's the economy is stupid. And the reason why it is the economy is stupid is it is finally seems the Biden economy is what has really hurt Kamala the most. The reason why I'm saying it is, yes, they may have tamed inflation, but the damage of inflation is very prevalent in the heartland of US. Middle class Americans, by and large, really don't care what is happening in Europe. They really don't care what's happening in the Middle East. They're hurting right now at home as prices have skyrocketed for them. Compared to the time when they were with Trump 4 years ago to the Biden 4 years, which a chart which Rupesh should throw up on the screen, which shows you the consumer price since the beginning of each presidency, the way Trump's grew over the same amount of time, and the way Biden has grown over the same amount of time. It shows you clearly how far the gap is between both of them. It's not that whatever Trump has proposed is going to be a magic bullet which is going to help them or cure all their ails and is going to fix everything. It just seems that majority of the voting Americans have had enough of Biden's plans or the Democratic agenda, and they want to try their lot with someone new. They rather go with the Republicans. The way the American political system is set up, it's either this or that. It's not a third option there. If there was a third option, maybe it would have been very different. But Americans historically have only had two parties after the initial stages where they had two or three parties. Then it all solidified into these two, the Democrats and the Republicans, and the ball has always been tossed from one side to the other. I did do a video with Shashwat where we spoke about economic plan of each candidate, and we did explain on each one how inflation was going to skyrocket again under each plan, and how the Fed will not have an option to actually cut the rates and probably hold the rates or even raise the rates again, because inflation is going to go off the rails again. Now that it seems very evident that we're going to go along with the Trump agenda, what he had said during his run-up to the election, to the presidency, he spoke about mainly a lot of tariffs. He's saying tariff is his favorite word in the dictionary, and it's a magic word, and it's going to fix all American problems, because all goods which are going to come into US are going to have taxes slapped on them, tariffs that is, which he feels is fair because of what's happening with American goods going abroad and American goods not being competitive, because he feels we are being unfair to Americans outside around the world. So these tariffs are going to have a ripple-on effect to the global economy, and this is going to lead different countries taking different stances and protectionism as more and more loopholes are being trying to stamped out in these tariff regimes. What I mean by loopholes is, let's say America has a free trade agreement with a certain country, then probably China or other country will use that as a route to take goods into US. And so like that, each one will start breaking down and putting tariffs on everything. So it's going to be some interesting time as far as tariffs are concerned. But the reason why I say this is going to lead to inflation is because all that additional cost of tariffs, as we all know, will always be passed on to the consumers. And when consumers see inflation is going to go up, inflation is nothing but the cost of goods and cost of living going up. So all products coming into the US will slowly start seeing prices slowly inching forward and going up. Companies will make more money. There's no doubt about it. As far as corporates are concerned, their profit margins will increase and they will be more than happy. This is true for companies within US. This is also true for companies outside US, especially true for companies which are multinationals. That's why today itself you would have seen in the Indian stock market a lot of activity. You've seen the Indian stock market reacting positively to this, And you have seen a lot of stocks, especially companies in the software sector, where majority of their clients are in the US. Those companies, them really rallying by 3% to 2.5%. Even Wipro rallied, TCS rallied, some of our Dr. Reddy's rallied. So the pharma sector and the IT sector, who have majority of their clients sitting in the US and revenue comes from the US, those guys seem to be doing rather well in the stock market today. Will this hold out? I have no clue. We have to wait and watch. I'm not an astrologer. I can't predict. And the other thing what Trump plans to do is he plans to cut taxes. That's another way of creating further inflation. When you cut taxes, what does it do? It leaves more money in your hands. When you have more money in your hands, that money would go chasing goods when everybody else has also got more money in their hand chasing goods. So that will again fuel inflation further. So both ways, if you see it, it's going to make inflation more sticky, at least, or it's going to start ticking upwards. What is this going to do to the Fed? The Fed will have no option but either to hold interest rate or to start raising interest rates again if the inflation starts going up again. This is some interesting time to speculate and see what is going to happen. Like I said, he has not been sworn in as yet. We do not know who are all going to be in his cabinet, who are all going to fill what positions, and we really have no idea what he really will implement in terms of tariffs. Because in the past, he has said many things. Then finally, when he had the option of doing it, he didn't really follow through with some of them. It may be one of those where he's blustering a lot, but at the end of the day, he doesn't follow through with it. This is as far as the tariffs are concerned and taxes are concerned. I will try and catch Shashwat and pull him into a detailed video where we'll deep dive into this, hopefully tomorrow that is, and talk further about his planned tariffs, what he has spoken, and what would be the implications to the global economy and what could mean the implications to India as such. So do keep an eye out for that video when it comes out. We will definitely let you know beforehand when we do put this video out. Other than that, in terms of geopolitics, yes, it adds further uncertainty to what is already happening with Russia and Ukraine. It adds further uncertainty to what is already happening in the Middle East because he has very strong opinions about what is happening in Ukraine. He has very strong opinions about how the Middle East problem should be sorted and solved. And he's promised he's going to engage and create peace wherever he puts his hands on. So that is another thing which you have to wait and watch and see how it plays out. Because any earthquakes which happen on a geopolitical level will have ripple-on effects on the markets more than the elections themselves. So this is where we stand right now. What should be your play? What should you be doing? My suggestion would be to wait and watch. Till the data comes in for the next few days, we really do not know how the FII is planned to move. As we're recording this video, our markets are still overvalued. The Chinese markets are still cheap. And that is the main motivation for the FIIs dumping our stock and moving to China. And that has not fundamentally changed. Our economy needs a bit of help. As I was saying in another video with my brother, it would be great if our government kind of gives our economy a much needed vitamin shot or the vitamin boost, as they say, to help it kind of come back to life. Because many corporate heads have been talking about the shrinking middle class in India and how it's hurting and how this K-shaped recovery has really hurt the rural areas of India. And we've spoken about this in great length in microfinance company and whatnot. So our government should probably start looking at doing something for our economy and for our population at large, like what China has finally done. Till that point of time, this lack of interest from the FIIs in India may continue because they don't see any great growth prospects or earning prospects for our companies in India right now as things stand. This is not political. It's just the reality of the situation as it is. So that's what I wanted to say. So I hope this gave you some clarity on the Trump win and gave you some clarity on why the markets moved the way they did. And like I said, I'll try and bring Shashwat in for another video soon and have a further discussion where we deep dive into this and speak this in greater length and further analysis. Thanks for watching the video as always. Do subscribe and turn on the bell notification icon, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Thank you.
Thanks for your support for Be Rich. For those who are in North India or who are outside India, you have friends who know Hindi, or if you know Hindi, please subscribe to my channel, Paisa Boltha Hai. I give the same content which I do in Tamil in that. And this is for people who want to follow me in Hindi. Be Rich has slightly different content. Thank you for supporting Be Rich, and I'll be around here.
Hey guys, welcome back to Be Rich. Before we get into the video, I wanted to bring to your notice that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog / newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it. And we've analyzed macroeconomic trends. And a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu. And these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moat investing.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.